Every day we make discoveries right here on Earth. Some of these findings are beautiful, some are terrifying, and others are downright confusing. One thing all these new discoveries have in common is that they get us closer to understanding the planet we call home and to understanding our own species. With all these findings, it seems like we are only starting to scratch the surface of what is waiting to be discovered, with new methods and technology making it easier than ever to explore our planet and what is in it. Who knows what else we will find in the coming years. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be unfolding 3 recent findings that occurred here on Earth. Man discovers mysterious large face on Canada cliffside. Sometimes the answers to mysteries seem to be right in front of us. For over 2 years, Hank Gus, of an Aboriginal group called the Sheshat First Nation, had been searching for a face that he heard existed on a cliffside on Reeks Island. When he finally discovered that he and Parks Canada First Nations Program Manager Matthew Payne shared the news with an archaeologist they work with in the area. Describing the face, Payne stated, "We went out to see it recently, and it's remarkable. It really is a face staring back at you." The Sheshat have lived in the area for thousands of years, and one goal is to find out if the face goes along with any oral histories the Sheshat have. Another question archaeologists would like to answer is if the face is man-made or a natural creation. A barrier to discovering more about the face, which is believed to be about 7 feet tall, is that the cliff where it resides is very dangerous. The island has a rocky shoreline with lots of hidden rocks, and it can be dangerous depending on sea conditions, commented Payne. You need to know what you're doing to go and look at it. Despite these barriers, the Sheshat First Nation and Parks Canada are eager to look at the face close up. Whether or not the face is man-made or created by Mother Nature, it's reported to be quite striking. The fact that it has been witnessed by so few to date is rather incredible and shows how new discoveries can pop up just about anywhere. Odd quakes in Utah reveal volcanic activity below desert. At times, new discoveries can be rather alarming, albeit necessary. For example, according to new research, 2 recent earthquakes in Utah in 2018 and 2019 were caused by the Black Rock Desert volcanic field, an ancient volcanic system. This volcanic system, which lives in Utah's Sevier Desert, has been active for over 6 million years and is still active today. Seismologist Maria Mezzameri from the University of Utah summarized the research, saying that the earthquakes probably resulted from fluid-related movement in the area. The earthquakes could have been caused by fluid squeezing through rock or fluid movement that stresses the faults of the surface. The 2018 and 2019 earthquakes were recorded by instruments as part of the experimental project run by the U.S. Department of Energy, Utah Forge, as well as seismometers. These earthquakes, which were of a magnitude of 4.0 and 4.1 respectively, were followed by numerous aftershocks. Each aftershock provided more data for the seismologists to analyze. The analysis of these 2 earthquakes showed that they were not the result of tectonic activity, and the authors of the recent study ruled out the possibility that a mine collapse or explosion could have caused them. Researchers also found that the earthquakes were shallow, only 1.5 miles below the surface. They were also able to find deformation of the surface using satellites, a feat rare for earthquakes that small but made possible because of the shallowness of the events. The evidence points to the idea that the earthquakes were produced by volcanic fluids moving within the Black Rock volcanic field. Intriguingly, the evidence has revealed that Black Rock is still active. The events themselves were rare in the area, as Black Rock's last eruption event occurred over 1,000 years ago, then resulting in the Ice Springs lava flows. Volcanic activity is a feature of Utah's landscape that remains known by few. Most people don't associate active volcanoes with the state. Researchers have said that they cannot conclude if the 2018 and 2019 earthquakes are indicative of future earthquakes. However, they are an indication that the area around Black Rock needs more attention. According to Mezzameri, we need to improve seismic and volcanic monitoring in this area. so that we are aware of small changes that may occur. A denisovan jawbone was discovered in a Tibetan cave. An incredible new discovery has revealed something new about the history of ancient humans. Scientists have discovered remains believed to be that of a denisovan. They happen to be the most complete remains to date from the denisovans, an ancient hominin group that remains little known today. The jawbone was discovered at an altitude of more than 3,000 meters on the Tibetan plateau. It's thought to be more than 160,000 years old, and is also the first denisovan remains found outside the Siberian cave, where a denisovan was first discovered about a decade ago. The locations of these findings confirm that the hominins were more widespread than the current fossil record suggests. While the jawbone specimen was discovered in China in 1980, archaeologists had not started studying it until the 2010s. Since one of the teeth was still erupting, they believe the remains may have been that of an adolescent. Another first in this discovery is that this is the first time that the analysis of proteins alone has identified an ancient human's remains. Since there was no usable DNA left on the remains, the scientists used the proteins found on the teeth. This has raised hopes that more fossils can be identified in the future, even without DNA. Despite this hope, according to Katarina Duca, an archaeologist at the Max Planck Institute who is running a separate project with the goal of discovering more denisovan fossils in Asia, DNA analysis is the current gold standard for identifying the species of ancient remains. She speculates if DNA could still be found in this instance, if not on the jawbone, perhaps somewhere in the sediment of the Tibetan cave. Another fascinating aspect of this discovery is that it shows how high of an altitude ancient humans lived, and how that may have influenced the current genetics of Tibetans. In fact, some Tibetans have a gene called EPAS1 that reduces the amount of hemoglobin in their blood, making it possible for them to live at high altitudes with low oxygen levels. The jawbone discovery suggests that this adaptation may have come from denisovans. From the DNA collected from remains discovered in Denisova Cave in Russia, scientists have been able to determine that denisovans were a sister group to Neanderthals. These two groups also seem to have interbred, as a recently discovered bone fragment belonged to an ancient human with a denisovan father and a Neanderthal mother. The discovery of the jawbone may influence scientists to rethink the classification of other specimens that might line up better with the denisovans. However, the confirmation comes from protein or DNA analysis, which is destructive in nature, so the decision to prove their speculations must come from reasonable justification. Whatever scientists decide, the discovery of this jawbone alone has many implications for the study of ancient humanity. With all of the new information about our Earth and what exists on it, we are left wondering what else is out there. What will be the next significant discovery? Will it be something that completely changes how we view our world or ourselves? Only time will tell. For now, we can enjoy the journey of exploration and learning that comes with being a part of this amazing universe. But what do you make of these interesting discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.